Hey guys, I have not made a video since February, and I guess we have a lot to catch up on. The last time I posted, I had just gone to training in Maryland for learning how to be a better sarcoidosis ambassador. And since then, I am sorry, I have not been the best ambassador. It has been quite a year for everyone. I know I'm not the only one. 2020 has been bonkers. In January, I got a notification that my IVIG was being denied by my insurance. And it took me a couple of months, which in hindsight, that's not really that long, but living it felt like an eternity to find a way to get my IVIG covered again. And so then in March, my husband and I, we did something crazy nuts. We bought a house and we bought 2 puppies. The same day that we closed on the house, we got 2 puppies. And we're both chronically ill. So moving into a new house, potty training 2 puppies, and being chronically ill all at the same time, that's too much for anybody. Oh my gosh, my husband still has days where he's like, I don't know, I think I might need to sell my dog. But yeah, so that was absolutely crazy. Fortunately, I was doing really well at that time. And so we got everything moved into our new house, which we absolutely love. We're still in Utah. And we got the floor with the bedrooms almost totally unpacked. And then the floor with the kitchen and the living area is totally unpacked. But the basement where all my stuff is a disaster zone. And so, yeah, that's part of why I haven't made any videos, because I wanted to get it all organized before I made another video. However, life just keeps happening. So, this whole COVID thing is absolutely nuts. And when you have sarcoidosis, if you're like me, you have COVID symptoms all the time. Shortness of breath, a cough. I get fevers out of the blue for no reason. Yeah, and it's just crazy. So, and I get really bad allergies. And then there was this one weekend we had 2 fires nearby, and I ended up having to use my oxygen just because the air quality was so bad. So I've actually been tested for COVID twice this year, and I have not had it yet, thank goodness. Right now I do have some sort of upper respiratory infection, but it's not strep, it's not COVID, and it's not safe to keep going to the doctor because, that's where sick people go. And so they just put me on some doxycycline, and I am getting better. So I could do a whole video about my fight to get my IVIG back. But I got it back in April. My primary insurance is not paying for it. My secondary insurance is paying for it. Part of how I was able to get back is that I finally got approved for Medicare. It took how many years? Let's see. I went on disability in August of 2017. So it took till April of 2020 for me to get Medicare and to get my Social Security straightened out. And so that was a huge part in why I'm able to get my IVIG now. There are programs to help people, but they have so many loopholes. Like some of the programs, they're like, yeah, we'll help you, but not if your insurance denied you. Or we'll help you, but not if you have Medicare or Medicaid. And I would just hang up the phone crying. I was so frustrated. It's like, yeah, you don't really want to help people, do you? It was just so frustrating. But thankfully that is over. And so I had IVIG in April, and I got so sick. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. Like I do my IVIG all day for 2 days. And then the third day, I I couldn't even talk. Talking was too much effort. I felt horrible. I had a fever. I had a headache. I was absolutely miserable. And I had to remind myself, hey, this is how I was able to get through my move, was by having the IVIG. So I pushed through it. And then in May, when I did it again, nope, I'm getting my months mixed up. So this is July. So it was May, June, July. So May was the first time, not April. So it was February, March, April, 3 months to get my IVIG back. Okay. May was what I was just talking about. And then June, it wasn't as bad, but I still felt icky and tired. And then that's during the month of June is when I had the horrible allergies, and then we had the fires, and then all of that turned into an infection. And that's why in the month of June, I got tested for COVID twice. And then finally, this past Tuesday, I saw my primary doctor, and I told her, or I asked her rather, if it was safe to go ahead and have my IVIG, and she said it was. And so far, so good, knock on wood. But the side effects this month are not bad at all. I had some pretty severe anxiety last night. So this time, one of the side effects is anxiety. But I'm feeling like myself again, like I might be able to get up and do something, get some unpacking done. And oh, that's exciting. And so I wanted to share that with you. Had some on the tip of my tongue and blah, blah, it went away. So yes, I wanted to share something sad before I share something exciting. So my neurologist, the one that helped me to get the IVIG in the first place, the amazing doctor that cared about me, he moved to North Dakota. I am so sad, so sad. And I'm happy for him because he's an MS specialist. He likes to work with multiple sclerosis. And he said here he was only able to do that like 10% of the time. And where he's going, he'll be able to work with MS patients 100% of the time, which is great for him. It's great for the MS patients. It's not so great for me. So he referred me to another doctor here in Utah, and that doctor looked over my records and said she couldn't treat me. And that was kind of devastating. And so I knew he wanted to refer me to someone up at the University of Utah, but my insurance considers the University of Utah out of network. So at first I was like, I'm not interested. After this other doctor rejected me, I said, hey, just give me the number. We'll see what happens. So I did reach out to my insurance and I asked for a gap exception. And they gave me 2 different neurologists that they want me to try before they'll approve the gap exception. And that was frustrating for me. That phone call, I got angry and defensive, and I was like just trying really hard to be nice to the person on the phone, because I went through 4 different neurologists before I found a good one. And searching for a neurologist that is willing to do the research necessary to treat me is really, really hard. Because here we have dysautonomia, which is my autonomic nervous system doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I have small fiber neuropathy. I also have fibromyalgia, but there's a theory that those 2 are actually the same thing. And then we believe that all of this is caused by sarcoidosis. So what my last doctor said is that I have sarcoidosis in my peripheral nervous system. Whereas most of the time when you hear about neurosarcoidosis, it's in the central nervous system. And so the peripheral nervous system isn't treated as often. But for the best treatment for neurosarcoidosis, I think regardless of whether it is central or peripheral, is IVIG. And I noticed such amazing benefits with it. I'm somebody that suffers with headaches all the freaking time. So having a migraine became normal for me, and I learned how to, like, I could go to work and act like a normal person while I was having a migraine. But with the IVIG, I have a lot less headaches, and when I do have them, they're less severe, and that's amazing. And I have a lot less pain, and I have a lot more energy, and that's what I'm looking for. And so I'm really excited that I'm having my treatments again. But I need to find a new neurologist that can renew my prescription before this prescription expires. The prescription lasts 6 months. So we're halfway there because I've already had it for 3 months. But I'm going to be hopeful. Okay, now you ready for my super good news, Dremel? My gastric bypass surgery is scheduled for July 29th. Woo! I am so excited. And all of my doctors that know me and care about me are excited too. I'm going to have the long arm Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. And the reason people are like, why are you doing that old-fashioned surgery? Most people are doing the gastric sleeve these days. The reason why I'm doing the gastric bypass is because I have gastroparesis. My diabetes is out of freaking control. I recently got it down to a 10, but the diet I was using, I couldn't maintain it. And so it's climbing back up. My A1C, I got it down to a 10. It's climbing back up now. And then the gastroparesis makes it so I can't eat healthy. Like, here's an example. I'm not saying this is health food, but I love corn chips with salsa. And corn is something that I cannot digest. So I'll eat a bag of corn chips with salsa, and then I get like this rock in my stomach, and it hurts so bad for a long time until it's able to pass through my body. I get that with lettuce. I can't digest lettuce. Pretty much any raw vegetables. And so salads are out. I can't do whole grains. The things that are easiest to digest are like mashed potatoes, ramen noodles, things that are really easy to digest. But those things also raise your blood sugar. So that's why I'm so excited to get this surgery, because it's going to make it so I can eat healthier food, and it's going to help me control my diabetes. Because right now I'm on an insulin pump. I recently got the T-Slim Q something. See, I control IQ, but I use too much insulin every day to be able to use the control IQ feature, because I use more than 300 units of insulin a day. And it's affecting my vision, and it's affecting a lot of things about my body. And so this surgery is to save my life. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about the possibilities. I know it's not going to make me 100% well, but it's going to take my list of diseases and shrink it some. And so that'll make life a lot easier. Super, super, super excited about that. So my surgery is, let's see, it was 19 days away now, right? 19 days from today, I will be having my surgery. My son is flying in from Tennessee to take care of me after my surgery, and that's exciting too. And what else was I going to tell you about that? So I do know with the dysautonomia that the surgery is going to be such a shock to my system that I've been warned that the dysautonomia will probably be a lot worse for about 6 months after surgery. And so I am preparing myself for that. What does that mean for me? Rapid heart rate, high blood pressure, dehydration. Those are my biggest dysautonomia symptoms. Lightheadedness, stuff like that. But it's temporary. even my heart rhythm specialist thinks that this surgery is the right thing for me to do. And so I'm super excited. So I'm going to ask him to follow me closely after the surgery. And I am going to be shopping for a neurologist that will be on my team and help me through this as well. So I'm going to try to be more diligent about posting these videos. I wanted to also talk. So I have one friend that has sarcoidosis and she's had the gastric bypass surgery. I do like people telling me all of the risks involved because I like being prepared. She warned me that after the surgery, she started getting a lot of kidney stones. And with the sarcoidosis, we don't process calcium and, vitamin D correctly. And that can lead to kidney stones. And the way that they redo your digestive system, it makes it so that you don't absorb nutrients the same as normal people. And so that can exacerbate that problem. So that was a good thing to know. So yeah, please put in the comments any tips or advice that you guys have for me that might make this whole process easier. Anything you think I should watch out for. Also, if you have any wonderful things to share about how gastric bypass has helped you, I would love to hear that also. So thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'm going to be more diligent in keeping you updated. Have a great day.